problem for the power series by using y double prime is equals to y. For us to solve that is we have to let y is equals to summation of cn times x raised to n with the limits of 0 to infinity. And to get the y prime, we have to use the power rule, which will be the n multiplied to cn will become ncn x raised to n minus 1. And to get the second derivative of y is we have to use the power rule again, which will be the answer of summation of n times n minus 1 times cnx raised to n minus 2. So by having this whole solution or this whole value, we can now substitute it to our equation y double prime is equals to y. So y double prime is this one with the limit of 2 to infinity n times n minus 1 times cnx raised to n minus 2 is equals to y, which is this one with the summation of c times n times x raised to n. So we have to equate this to 0. So what are we going to do is to transpose the value of y, which is cn times x times n, to the other side of the equation. So the answer of y will become negative. So it became negative. So, and the other thing is that we have to equal the index, which is n. We have to make the n equals to 0 because the y is equals to 0. So if we are going to minus the index here, it will become 0. You have to add the index you have minus to the equation above, which will become n summation of n plus 2 times n plus 1 times cn plus 2x raised to n minus summation of cnx times n is equals to 0. And again, by factoring out the coefficients, the answer will become summation of x raised to n times n plus 2 times n plus 1 times cn plus 2 minus cn. And by having that equation, we can get n plus 2 times n plus 1 times cn plus 2 minus cn. So in order for us to separate this c2 to this equation, we have to transpose the negative cn, so it will become positive cn. And we have to divide both sides by n plus 2 times n plus 1. And then this n plus 2 and n plus 1 will cancel out, and the equation will be cn plus 2 is equals to cn all over n plus 2 times n plus 1. And by having this whole formula or equation, we can now get the recursion relation. So by setting n is equals to 0, and by substituting the value of this n to the variables n, we will come up with c2, because 0 plus 2 is equals to 2, equals to 0 over 2 plus 1, because 2 plus 0 is equals to 2, and 0 plus 1 is equals to 1. Or just simply c0 over 2 factorial. And for the next one, when n is equals to 1, we can get the value of c3 is equals to c1 over 3 times 2, or just simply c1 over 3 factorial. And by setting n is equals to 2, we can have the value of c4, which is c2 over 2 plus 2 is equals to 4, and 2 plus 1 is equals to 3, or just simply c0 over 4 factorial. And for the c5, which is n is equals to 3, we have to substitute it again, do the same process, which will become 3 plus 2 will become c5 is equals to cn, which will become c3 over 3 plus 2 is equals to 5, and 3 plus 1 will become 4, equals to c1 over 5 factorial. And by setting n is equals to 4, we can get c6 is equals to c0 over 6 factorial. And by the n is equals to 5, by substituting it again, by 5 plus 2 will become C7 equals to C, substitute 5 over 5 plus 2 is equals to 7 times the 5 plus 1 will become 6, or just simply C1 over 7 factorial. And by using this equation which we got on our first equation here, which is y is equals to summation of Cn times x raised to n, we can get this by substituting the values of n, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, and we can get this full equation, and so on and so on. And by using this equation, we can substitute the values of this C2, C3 of the Lagrangian relation, and we can now get the value of the transcendental function, which will be the y is equals to, for the even coefficients, y is equals to 0, C0 times 1 plus 1 over 2 factorial times 2 times x raised to 2 plus 1 over 4 factorial times 4, and so on, so on. That is for the given coefficient. And plus the odd coefficients, which is this formula, which is C2 times n plus 1 is equals to C1 all over 2n plus 1 is 2n plus 1 factorial. And we can get that in C1 times x plus 1 over 3 factorial times x raised to 3 plus 1 over 5 factorial times x raised to 5, and so on, so on. And by having this, by using this formula, and by continuing the process of how we got this answer, and substituting all the values that are needed, we can come up with the values for the even coefficients, which is C0 is equals to hyperbolic cosine x, and for the odd coefficients will be plus C1 for the hyperbolic sine x. And by having this, we can say that the transcendental function of the y double prime is equals to y is equals to C0 cosine hx plus C1 sine hx.